What is up, everybody? Welcome back to episode 87 of Thinktwice, the magic and pop culture show hosted by me, Justin Parnell, and my co-host, Ollie. I don't have my Maggie Aintrazi.
It's true. It's terrible. I don't have my Maggie. You have my Maggie.
I have your Maggie.
Yeah, I'm going. I'm traveling this weekend to visit my brother and sister. I haven't seen them in a minute. And I don't want to leave her in the house by herself for a couple days. I feel terrible. So I dropped her off with Justin's family to be taken care of. And she's currently up there hanging out in Virginia.
We get Maggie home for over a week.
It's crazy. This is the longest time. This is the longest time
This is the longest time by a lot.
Yes.
Already the longest time.
Yes.
And we're only like 4 days in.
I know.
Not even halfway there.
It's terrible.
4 to 5 more days of Maggie.
It really is terrible. Like, because I sleep with Maggie, and
Not
she's
recently.
like,
I've been sleeping with Maggie. She's been snuggling with me.
Shut up. She usually wakes me up, and she's like the one that like. You just develop these like habits that you don't really pay attention to.
Yeah.
Like I come back from the gym, go for a walk, and then this doesn't happen anymore. Or the biggest thing is like you come home, and
No
the dog greets you. Yeah, that's not there anymore. That's depressing. Or when you go to the kitchen, and open like a can of peanuts or whatever to get some nuts, she'll come in and be like, "What you eating? What you got there?" That's gone too. So yeah, I definitely miss her. But I'm glad she's with people I trust.
Oh yeah, we love Maggie. Whole family loves Maggie.
Yeah.
I believe that if you could not move your head, if your head and your neck was stationary, like you couldn't move them, I believe that if Maggie was excited to see you and you're laying on the ground, she could kill you by suffocation. Because she has a really long tongue and she loves to lick faces. She loves to give kisses. I literally believe she could suffocate you with her kisses. I'm not even joking. Like, she has a way of covering your mouth and your nose
at the same time.
It's incredible. Definitely not let the government get a hold of her.
She also grooms you, or she grooms me.
Yeah.
Or she'll her nose goes, if you don't move, will go inside your nostril, like all the way
up, like touch your brain. Yeah. Yeah. It's just like, holy crap. And that's why you have to like jerk away. That's what I'm saying. If you could not move your head, I think she could kill you. I think she could.
maybe she'd eat your brain. I don't know.
She might. So what have you been doing without Maggie then?
Depression. I went to go.
You're just nothing without her.
Yeah, well, this week has been really busy though. I've been doing a lot of videos and prep for my travel. So like I've had to record the video for today, the video for Friday, and the video for next Wednesday. I've already done all those. So I've been for cool stuff. And yeah, what else have I been doing? Been streaming, going to the gym, same stuff, same things.
That's good. Well, at least you have not had the distraction of one of the cutest dogs I've ever seen in my life, so you can get your work done. Because it's distracting when she's there. She's just wanting to give you kisses.
Nah, she just goes under my shirt and falls to go to sleep.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think, what is this weekend? I don't know. You tell me. Maybe I can remember.
I don't know. So on Saturday I went to go get Maggie from you. And on Sunday, I played in another middle school tournament. The middle school format is 4th edition through Scourge. So it's essentially all cards before they changed the card face in 8th edition. So everything before that down to 4th edition, which is around when Ice Age was. So I played a black-white prison deck, which essentially locked you out with Contamination and Nether Spirit, which is a 2/2 for 3, although casting cost doesn't matter. And it just says if Nether Spirit's the only creature during your upkeep, Nether Spirit's the only creature in your graveyard, you can return it to play. Contamination says it's an enchantment. All lands produce black mana instead of their normal type and amount when you tap them for mana. So during your upkeep, to keep contamination, you either have to sacrifice a creature or sacrifice contamination. So Nether Spirit, you put it in your graveyard, it's the only creature, you return it, and then immediately sacrifice it back to your graveyard, and you essentially can keep people locked under contamination indefinitely. So if they're not playing black, you can't cast any more spells.
It's pretty rude.
It was rude. It was rude. Yeah. So I handily beat everyone I played except for one person. I got second place. John Suarez ended up beating me because he was the only person. He was playing an Abzan deck, but he had 4 Phyrexian Negators in his sideboard, and he could cast those through my contamination, and he was able to beat me with those by casting a bunch of them.
Didn't you also have Negator as well?
I did have Negators, but I don't side those in against creature decks. I side those in against non-creature decks. So yeah. I played like three blue control decks, and I beat all of them with Negator. But I couldn't side it against him because he has creatures. So especially with his Negators, because keep in mind, if one of my Negators goes to the graveyard, when I have Nether Spirit, I can't return Nether Spirit and keep him locked under contamination.
Yep.
Now, I have a lot of removal because I had Vindicate, Swords of Plowshares, even Wrath of God after sideboard. But I had Mox Diamond and Marble Diamond. Marble Diamond is just an artifact that costs 2, comes by tap, but you tap it for white. Then Mox Diamond, of course, can make any color mana. But that was my way to make white mana under contamination.
Right.
But and then I had 2 mobilizations to make tokens. So in case I don't have Nether Spirit or it gets exiled for some reason, I still have mobilization. And as long as I have 1 white mana, I can keep people locked under contamination. So it worked really well, but I just lost to John's Negators. I drew really poorly. I think I'm still favored if we play that matchup more. But we only played it once, and I lost. So, got second place.
Yeah, sometimes magic. Yeah, sometimes magic happens.
Yeah, sometimes magic happens. Yeah,
yep.
I liked my deck. It was really awesome. I think I was the only person that played a deck that wasn't like a real deck, that had never existed. So that was a lot of fun. It's fun, like, I get to brew in this type of format where no one else is really. I don't have the expert brewers like Ollie coming in and making all these sweet decks, so I can make sweet decks instead.
That's awesome.
Yeah. That was my Sunday. That's all I got.
Yeah, Saturday I dropped Meg off with you. Then Sunday I think I just also watched Captain Marvel Saturday night.
Oh yeah.
And Sunday I just I streamed.
We also watched it on Saturday night.
Oh, nice.
No, we didn't. We watched it on Friday night because we didn't have Maggie yet.
Okay,
we watched it on Friday night. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Well, speaking of Captain Marvel, that's the movie we watched this week. Next week, we're going to watch the movie Us. This is a Jordan Peele kind of psychosocial horror movie-esque. It's hard, from what I understand, it's hard to describe, but Us is the movie we're watching next. You can see it in theaters. We had a question of the week last week, too. What will be the most important or biggest character to die in War of the Spark? You said Ugin, that came in at 28% of the vote. I said Gideon, that came in at 64% of the vote. 7% of people said other. I still think it's Gideon. It's hard to ignore that foreshadowing on the window.
I got a story here. I thought my foreshadowing of the whole was just like, that's where he was pierced by Bolas, but maybe I'm wrong. We'll see.
Yeah, I still think it's foreshadowing. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see pretty soon. We have a couple of new patrons that we want to give a shout out to. Tony R. and Rebecca P. Tony and Rebecca, thank you folks so much for your support. Could not continue the podcast without people like you. So thank you very much. We also remind everyone to like and share and leave a review and subscribe to all of our audio platforms: SoundCloud, iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play Music, YouTube, Spotify, and now Podbean. So if you're on one of those platforms, and you probably are, if you're hearing our voices, make sure to leave us a nice review or share it with your closest friends. Ollie, you ready?
Or all
to
your
go
friends.
To war?
I'm ready.
Excellent. We have a double war segment today. First the cards, then the lore. Let's jump into the cards first. We'll be back in just a minute to discuss 36 Planeswalkers in War of the Spark. Ollie, 36.
Do you know what that number means?
It's a lot of Planeswalkers.
But is that it?
I don't know. Is there anything else? Does that number mean anything else to you?
It's a Fibonacci number, right?
Is it? I hear you Googling it now, so I'll fill the space with time.
Yeah. So it's Fibonacci. So 36, right?
Yeah.
So 3 plus 6 is 9, minus 1 is 8. So there you go. It's 8. Fibonacci number confirmed.
Got it. No, I don't know what you said at all, so I'm just going to keep rolling through.
Illuminati confirmed. That's all I'm saying.
So you and I had guessed. We guessed a long time ago that whatever set came out after Guilds of Ravnica and Ravnica Allegiance, which was War of the Spark, was going to be a Planeswalker-centric set. And I even said like a couple months ago when we were talking about Magic Story, I was like, hey, just want to throw this out there. I feel like there's going to be a lot of Planeswalkers in War of the Spark. Lo and behold, I thought they were going to be, I said like 30, 36 is the number. What the heck is that going to look like in a single set in Standard?
I don't know. Probably a lot like Dominaria with Infinite Legends, or like Kamigawa with a bunch of legends too. So yeah. I'm sure we'll see Planeswalkers all across the board from all sorts of rarities.
Oh, we have to. I mean, there's no way they're not all. There's not 36 mythic rares. That doesn't make sense from
exactly. Or rares. There's no way every rare is a Planeswalker. That'd compete. That'd be terrible.
Yeah, traditionally there are 36 rare, not 36, God. There's 53 rares in a standard size set and 15 mythic rares in a standard size set. So this would be over half of those in total. Like over half of the slots. That only adds up to 68. This is 72 doubled. So yeah, I think it has to be spread out. There's no other way. And we saw that they could put more powerful uncommons in Dominaria. We've kind of been getting those ever since, but Dominaria is really like the gold standard for power uncommons. And I mean, it has to be starting there and up.
Yeah, I agree. I just hope they're stronger than. If we end up having uncommon Planeswalkers, I do hope they are not all as terrible as like Tybalt. I hope they are better than that. So that is what. Yeah, I just hope.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we just
we
don't know.
Even if they're French, yeah, exactly. We don't know. Even if they're French playable, like even like Kaya. Like honestly, I like Planeswalkers more like Kaya and Domri, because they're not like, okay, you're playing this color, you got to play this card. They're more like very fine. They're narrow, but they're good when they're good, right?
Yeah, it's narrow.
Yeah, I like that. I don't like just the powerhouse, like, here's Teferi. If you're playing blue-white, you probably should be playing this card because it does everything. Like, it vindicates or, so, I'm hoping that they're good, but like even there's like sideboard cards. I'm fine with
situationally good is fine.
Yes.
Like that's, and honestly, I wish more Planeswalkers were designed like that. To be honest, because
me too.
Like,
getting Alexander cards was miserable. Teferi's miserable. Jason Mind Sculptor was miserable. Like all these ones that are like just like very good, and you have to play like you should consider playing them in your 75 if you're playing these colors are just not fun. It's just like it kind of destroys deck building in a way because you are literally harming yourself or hurting yourself by not playing these cards.
You're playing blue and white cards. You got to start with 3 to 4 Teferi in your deck.
Yeah, if you don't, you are literally just like hurting yourself.
You're hurting yourself, yeah, for playability or competitive standpoint. I want to take this time to commend Wizards of the Coast. A year after Dominaria came out, on the design of Karn, Scion of Urza, because that's a colorless Planeswalker that costs 4, and in theory,
should be insane.
It could go in every deck, but it was designed very carefully, and it's still really powerful. But you don't want to play it in every single deck, and I think that the difficulty for them to do that had to have been tremendous.
Yeah, but they succeeded.
So yeah, they nailed it because it's a great card. Like it's a really great Planeswalker, but it's not it's not beat you over the head with power level, and the fact that it's colorless and it costs 4, like that's awesome. It's awesome.
Yeah, and draws you cards. It's first of all, it's a plus, it draws you a card. So yeah, I agree with you. That's actually, yeah, huge props to that, because that Planeswalker is perfect.
It really is. Yeah, it really is. So 36 Planeswalkers, what cards are better the day that the War Spark releases?
I think any card that deals with Planeswalker it will be better. So like obviously things like Sorcerer Spyglass will be better. Something like the Immortal Sun will be better. And also Oaths. Like I'm not sure if we're getting any new Oaths in War of the Spark, but we do have Oath of Teferi, and doubling up on all your Planeswalkers is pretty good. I also believe all the legendary spells get a lot better as well. Cheaper. I imagine there'll be a handful of cheap Planeswalkers because, hey, 36 Planeswalkers, some have to be cheap.
Yeah.
It makes things like Kamal's Druidic Vow better. Things like Karn's Temporal Sundering, Yawgmoth's Vile Offering. All those cards.
I think that's the biggest one to me, because I think in a vacuum, it's like it has the. I don't know. I feel like for the casting cost, the most powerful effect.
Which one?
Yawgmoth's Vile Offering.
Oh, that card has been. Yeah, that card is. I'm surprised that card sees no play. It's just so powerful. It's
such a powerful card.
Yeah, I mean, this would be it. Well, I think what happened. The problem in it being was the Grixis colors, which is where you want it. You kind of want it alongside Bolas. Does not have good cheap legendaries. Like the Zob is terrible. Nicol Bolas costs 4 already, and Nicol Bolas kind of also fills the Yawgmoth's Vile Offering slot in a way.
Yeah, they're very similar, and they already play alongside together, and you really just want to max out on those. Yeah, because the Bolas deck wants to run your opponent out of cards, not make like value trades.
It's basically like it's basically like just a big Eldest Reborn. It's very powerful, but again, there's nothing that costs 3 that's good that enables it, or 2 that enables it, and this might change here, so we'll see.
Yeah. And I think, like, obviously, the things that say Planeswalker on them or Planeswalker adjacent, like Sorcerer Spyglass, but like Immortal Sun and Oaths are low-hanging fruit, but even stuff like
Mox Amber, too.
That's exactly what I was going to say. Like, Mox Amber, cheaper Planeswalkers means that card's going to be better. And things that are not necessarily standard legal, but like Deploy the Gatewatch and Call the Gatewatch from Eldritch Moon and Oath of the Gatewatch. Yeah, all the Oaths, respectively. Oath Vista is probably going to be obvious, really better too. Yeah. And also the Gateway, Thrain Temporal Gateway has to be better. Temporal Gateways, sure. Because you have a lot of options now. Those things, looking back at Dominaria, honestly, and looking at things that say historic, that's probably wise to do also. And a lot of these things are probably good financial pickups too. If they're cheap, like... Here's a good example of financial pickup. Oath of Teferi. Here's a bad example of financial pickup. Immortal Sun, because that card's already $20. Like the ceiling on that card is like $30, but that's the cost to get in is too high. The cost to get in on Yawgmoth's Vile Offering is like a quarter, and the ceiling on that card is like $5. So I mean, I think Dovin's will be a good pickup just because Dovin is excellent. He's cheap enough, and he can protect. He's cheap enough that you can play him early, and he protects your other walkers and making Thopters. So, like any Planeswalker that protects other Planeswalkers, is going to be pretty good. Oh yeah, for sure. I was saying more, like financially, what is it? Like things that have the most room. And Dovin is like a $5 card, I think, right now. Okay. I mean, it's a mythic rare, so the ceiling is still high. But I think getting other Planeswalkers specifically are not necessarily great pickups because those aren't going to move as quickly, because unless something says the word Planeswalker on it, like a lot of the Johnnies say Planeswalkers, like Johnny Steadfast gives loyalty to other Planeswalkers. Johnny Mentor of Heroes plus ability finds other Planeswalkers. Those I think are good, but I think other Planeswalkers, because Planeswalkers are already a pretty expensive card type in general, like across the board. Yeah, those are going to be harder to make moves on. That's fair. Yeah. Also, cards that destroy Planeswalkers like Bedevil and Contempt have to get better as well. Yeah, for sure. And I'm sure we have to see a lot of ways to destroy Planeswalkers in the set.
Because
probably across all colors in some form or fashion. Yeah,
I agree. Yeah. Otherwise, they're gonna run rampant in draft. But I imagine they can't be that bad in draft if everyone has them. Like if you're seeing like uncommons,
it'll be very cube like.
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm looking forward to it. I mean, like, look, I know they have it in them to pull off a engaging and outside the box limited environment. I mean, they did that with Dominaria most recently. So that was like the first set for play design.
Yep.
And this is like a year in to play design. So I mean, I feel pretty good about where they are. Yeah, especially for limited purposes. So, okay. 36. How many of these do you think are going to be not standard playable, but are going to actually like make an impact in standard?
I'll go with.
Before you say your number,
yeah,
I'm going to predict that whatever number you say is going to be a lot, even if it's a small number, because Planeswalkers are just ridiculously powerful. So even a small number is crazy. So keep that in mind, everybody. Go ahead. You may answer the question now.
Playable isn't like not me playing it, but it posting.
Yeah, not you playing it. Then it's like 30. If it's you.
Okay, it's
you're
not
like
me.
In a pick six, and you're like, oh, these aren't good. But
so we mean like
30.
we mean like in tier 1 decks.
What's the second best Planeswalker in standard?
Vivian.
Okay. What's the third best Planeswalker?
Rawl's there. Rawl, is it Viceroy or?
Okay, between
Rawl,
those two.
What do you mean between those two?
Like power level wise, like between like playability, not Teferi level.
Okay.
Like above Raul, below Vivian. Does that make sense?
But these walkers will see play in top 8s of events that I'm not playing in. So I'll go with like 5 to 8.
Okay.
5 to 8. I'll go with.
I think that's fair. I think that's a fair guess.
Yeah, I think 5 is a low number, then 8's like the top end. And I think 5 is even kind of high.
It is. I mean, you're like, hey, these 5 Planeswalkers are going to have a dramatic effect on standard. It's like, oh, man.
Yeah, 5 is high. But again, there's 36 of these.
Yeah, you got a lot of shots. You got a lot of shots to hit. You got a lot of shots to hit 5.
So Dominaria, well, I guess Dominaria, how many legends are playable? We have Amara. We have Nicol Bolas. We have
wait, Amara.
Soul of the Accord, the green-white token lady.
Oh, okay. Oh, sorry. Not from Dominaria, but just in general.
Yeah, I'm saying like how many, because I'm saying like there's been a lot of legends. I'm trying to think of how many legends would see play.
Yeah, but those are just in standard. Those aren't in like a single set.
Sure. But even that's few. Like, how many do we have? We have like, again, Amara, Shauna, Bolas. We have 2 more. Tristani. I guess Lyra. Okay.
Yeah, Lyra for sure.
If we go off just Dominaria, there's no Tristani. It's Lyra, Bolas.
Bolas is in core set. That's not even in
is he really?
Area. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Maybe I'm wrong then. Let me double check. Look, I'm just going to pull up the Dominaria.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So Lyra, Bells and Luck is not playable even though I play it.
No. Yeah, you don't count. We're not counting all of
Josie doesn't count either. Man,
no.
Okay, Shalai. Shalai counts.
Shalai counts. Yeah, Shalai counts.
So that's 2. Man. This is kind of sad. I mean, I'm scrolling.
The bar's high, man. The bar's high.
Yeah, I'm looking. That's sad. I think is that it? I'm scrolling.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm looking.
All right, I'm going to look now.
God, there's so many. Like, Jared Gaz sees no play.
Nope.
Joria sees no play.
No.
Raph is good. Raph was close for a while, but he's out now.
Still no. Yeah, still no. I love me a Raph.
Shauna.
I don't think that does that count.
That barely counts. It barely counts. I'm pushing it. I'm pushing it really hard.
Yeah, that's like the line.
Yeah, I'm pushing Shauna like really hard. That's it. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go through, double check.
In a set full of, and keep in mind, this is a set full of like, and some are insane. Like I think Garna is an absurd card.
It is. Yeah, it is. I mean, Muldroth is in this set. Multani is in this set.
Oh yeah, and the thing is, like, I haven't done this yet. This is a side quest here, a little off topic.
Yeah,
but I want to try Garna in a.
It is just those two, Ollie. It is.
It's Shauna.
It is Lyra and Shalai. And Shauna, which I think is
pushing it. We're not really there, but it's kind of there.
Yeah.
It's tokens. Like, Issy's plays sometimes in tokens. That's about it. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Out of a ton of
There's set with 64 cards in the set that say legendary.
Yeah, so maybe
that are legendary permanents.
Even we count legendary spells, it's
including
still only
legendary spells, yeah.
Even if we count those, it's still only none of those see play. Exactly, yeah.
Like a couple of them are powerful. Like Urza's Ruinous Blast is powerful. Vile Offering's powerful. Temporal Sundering is powerful.
That gets weaker come new set.
Yeah, way weaker.
Yeah.
But you on the same token, that one gets weaker and Yawgmoth's Vile Offering gets stronger, so.
Yeah. Does Eldritch Reborn get better or worse?
Better.
Yeah, makes sense.
I think
or the same. Probably the same.
Yeah, it's probably better. I mean, that card's great. That's like one of my favorite cards from the set. From the set.
Oh, but I was gonna say play Garna with Prime Speaker Vanifar, giving Vanifar haste and also potting into it would be sweet.
Yeah, I agree. Garna's a sweet card. And the fact that it says from your graveyard from anywhere is super awesome.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, super sweet card. So 5 out of 36 when we hit 2.5 in Dominaria. Yeah, if you want to count Planeswalkers, if you want to count legendary creatures plus Planeswalkers, we're at 4.5. Because then you get Teferi and Karn, but not Jaya. So you're still saying over the number of legendary permanents that are like standard staples from Dominaria.
Maybe we should be like 4 to 6.
No, I don't think it is though, because the difference in power level between a creature and a Planeswalker is pretty high.
It's huge.
Like, what is the percentage of Planeswalkers that have seen play that have ever been printed? Like 50%? Like, it's a high number.
It is, yeah.
I legitimately think it's like 50%. Because for a long time,
this set, the newest set has had the worst Planeswalkers in recent memory.
Yeah,
like Kaya, Dovin, and Domri all are very medium.
I agree. No, it's the
they're weaker than Karn. It's like a. I'm not. There's
Yeah. No. I mean you're right. But think about for like years.
Oh yeah.
Planeswalkers were like 100% hit rate.
Oh yeah.
Like for a really long time.
Like for Lorwyn, they're all played. Every single one was played 100%.
I legitimately think that the first unplayable Planeswalkers, and I'm putting unplayable, and this card has still seen more play than some of the recent Planeswalkers, is like Chandra Ablaze. And that was in Zendikar.
I mean, the most unplayable everyone knows about is Tybalt, but Chandra was before Tybalt, right?
Yeah, but Chandra even saw some play in
Modern or Extended.
Yep. Yeah, and all in red. So
Air, yep.
Yeah.
But Tybalt has seen no play at all.
No, but I'm just saying, like, I still think, like, over in the history of Planeswalkers, it's like a 50% hit rate.
Yeah. Or yeah, that's insane.
It is insane. So so my point that I'm trying to make about this, I don't think you saying 5 to 8 is unreasonable, but it's also crazy high. But it's still, I think it's realistic.
Okay.
Yeah. It's I don't know. This set's gonna change Magic somehow, because this is probably about the craziest thing that they've ever done. This is the first time
well, honestly, the craziest thing they've ever done, but this is definitely like one of those big things.
I think this is the craziest concept for a set that has gone through Standard that they've ever done.
Is it more crazy than all creature set?
Yes.
That was terrible.
Yeah, this is more crazy for sure.
God, that was terrible. Is it Legions?
The most Planeswalkers that have ever appeared in a set before this one is 6. 2 times. This is 36. 6x the highest number ever.
I think all creatures is bigger for me. Like having a set literally be all creatures is like.
All right, we're going to come back to this quote. I want you to remember, Ali, that you saying a set with all creatures is crazier than a set with 36 Planeswalkers.
Okay.
Because
I'm not saying it's better. Obviously, that set was terrible. That set was garbage. Not garbage, but
Legions
it was enjoyable.
Fine. Legions was not. I don't think you're on the right side of history for this one. I understand what you're saying, but
I'm saying like you cater to like one type of people when you do all creatures. At least 36 Planeswalkers.
I don't agree. Creatures are the most, like, before Planeswalkers existed, creatures are the most popular card type because most people love creatures. You're just in like the segment that is like you don't like creatures, you like not creatures.
I do like non-creatures, yeah.
I know, but I'm just saying you're like, Legions was a beloved set and is not a bad set.
Was
historically.
It
really? Yes,
was it
absolutely when it came out. It's like it was like super popular.
I hate that set. Anyways, it's fine.
Wow.
I mean, what? That's how I didn't like it.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I don't disagree. But anyway, 36 Planeswalkers in a set is definitely crazier than 143 creatures in a set.
Okay.
I'm going to stand by that one.
All right, I'm going to disagree, but it's fine. We can agree to disagree.
All right.
So, next up.
Last note. Planeswalkers should be legal as your commanders in Commander.
Obviously.
Just saying.
Duh.
Just saying. I've been pounding this drum for a while. People get tired of me talking about it. But since it's coming up, thought I might remind everyone that should just be the case. And to ease everyone's concern or make you more concerned, on Commander Versus, we don't care about that rule, so we're just going to do whatever we want, which means we're probably going to play these Planeswalkers as commanders because it's fine.
YOLO.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Ollie, anything else on the card portion of the 36 Planeswalker announcement?
No, let's go on to guesses.
Sweet. All right, so Ollie and I are going to take a quick break. When we return, we're going to go through all of the art of these 36 beautiful glass-paned Planeswalkers and guess what it means to Magic lore. $36.
Stained glass.
Panes of glass. Yeah, you got it. You figured it out.
Yeah.
So,
Dart is really good actually on these things.
That's beautiful. Pretty much across the board.
Yeah, and the Planeswalkers will not have this art, which kind of sucks.
Maybe they won't have the art in the set.
Yeah, they might have in like maybe some Mythic Edition crazy thing, but yeah, because they look great.
Well, I mean, I have a idea of where these are going to appear card wise, but we'll get to that in a second.
Sure.
This is part 2 of our War of the Spark guesses. And it's good that we said we might get to 3 parts because we got this bombshell dropped on us last Friday after we discussed what we did on the podcast last week. So we didn't know this was going to happen. And how nice. 36 Planeswalkers, 36 beautiful pieces of art. And there's a lot to pick apart in this art. So let's go one by one, top to bottom. I'm going to link this. So hopefully we can get that in the show notes so you guys can check it out. But, all right, you want to get started?
Yep.
Anything else before we start?
Yeah, we got something from Wizards.
We did.
We got a preview card from Wizards that we will be previewing later.
Yes.
But that's pretty exciting.
We'll be previewing it on April 10th. That's all we can tell you right now.
Yes.
But we're just saying that we got one. And I like it.
Yeah.
That's all I can say. That's all I can say is that I like it. I don't think we're legally able to say anything else.
We're going to stop.
We've said too much.
Said too much already. Okay. So the first one is Samut. She looks like it's attacking a Lazotep zombie.
For sure. Eternal
zombie. Yep.
Samut's definitely Team Gatewatch.
Oh yeah.
Obviously.
Absolutely. Yeah. All right. Next up is Eugene.
I think this is Nicol Bolas.
Oh, sorry, it's Nicol Bolas. It's just colorless. I don't know why I said Eugene.
Yeah,
It's definitely Nicol Bolas.
This is Nicol Bolas in a sweet black and purple and blue power sucking vortex.
Above him looks like there's like a halo or something white, and then he has like 3 little spirits or ghosts or whatever energy kind of circling around him.
Sparks.
He has 3 sparks.
Could be sparks. Just saying.
That makes sense. Yeah, makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, I think those are sparks that he's absorbing from Planeswalkers.
Spoiler alert. Or guess spoiler alert. I don't know.
Oh, that's not a spoiler. We don't know anything. We're just guessing.
I mean, if you watch on, yeah. Well, I'm thinking basically, if you're listening to this section, you're gonna get spoiled because we're excellent guessers. We're excellent guessers.
That is true. That is true. Our track record is impeccable, so you should listen.
Yeah. So yeah, that definitely looks like sparks. Maybe the thing in the background behind his head is like how he's absorbing them. After Nicol Bolas, we have Ashiok.
Ooh, excited.
Ashiok, it looks sweet. It's like floating in the air. You can't see can't see its face. Has the smoky tendrils everywhere.
Yeah. Well, you can see enough of its face that it exists.
Yeah. Then you can see Bolas horns in the background.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't imagine Ashiok as Team Bolas.
I think Ashiok's definitely Team Bolas.
I don't think it would help Bolas at all.
I think so. I think it would.
You've been randomly summoned this plane. I want to take all the Planeswalker sparks for myself.
Nah.
Oh my gosh! What if Bolas makes one huge spark? War of the Spark. He makes one huge spark, and everyone's battling for that spark. And at the very end, Garrett comes and takes it and runs away.
First of all, we're going to talk about Garrett next week because Garrett is not one of these 36 Planeswalkers. But rest assured, I have a lot to say about the G-Man.
But anyway. It's called War, not War of the Sparks. War of the Sparks. Maybe the thing behind Bolas is the one spark. He puts them all together, and somebody's going to walk out with that one spark.
And he tries to, because he wants to achieve, old Walker status. Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe that's what he's doing.
I think back to Ashiok. I think Ashiok's definitely Team Bolas because Bolas could easily say, "Look, we need to fight these Planeswalkers. We're going to lay ruin to this city." And you can feast on all of these citizens' nightmares for as long as you want. There's way more people here than on Theros because this is huge and it's extremely populated. So this is a perfect place for Ashiok.
But he's also taking Ashiok's spark.
Maybe. Not necessarily. We don't know that Bolas is taking all the sparks.
Sure. Okay. And next one is the one no one really knows.
New Planeswalker. Alert.
I'm calling her Emma Frost.
Yeah, checks out.
Because she has this cane and she's holding up her hand, with peace with a thumb out, and there's like blue magic ice type deal coming from there.
Yep.
So I can assume she's some sort of
Wall mage,
Planeswalker.
maybe. Perhaps we don't know. I don't know.
I think she'll be more like Time of Ice, more like
that's cool.
Tap things down.
Hope that's the case.
Like Frost Titan, which I think should be.
Okay, great art for these two. All right, number 5.
Wait, what team?
I think this is Team not Bolas.
Sure. Next one. Good. You said.
We have Domri, who is brandishing some sort of weapon, but on the end of the weapon is the Bolas horns.
Which other end is like an axe.
Yeah. So I think this one's pretty clear. And in the art, you can see Domri leading the Gruul in ruinating the city.
Yep.
Number 6, we have what we understand is Teo Verada, which is going to be one of the central characters in War of the Spark. We know Teo is a shield mage. We don't know anything about him, but pretty 100% guaranteed that he's going to be Team Gatewatch.
Yeah, he probably takes the oath. We might get an oath of Teo Verada.
Oath of Teo, yeah. Yeah, I think there's a good chance of that.
All right, the next up we have Rawl. And we know Rawl's Team Bolas. He's just throwing electricity out from his whole body, hand, whatever. Yeah,
do you think Rawl stays Team Bolas?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say Rawl does not stay Team Bolas. because I think we talked about this at the end of our devastation. I think that Rawl thinks that he's working with Bolas, not working for Bolas. And I think he's slowly realizing he's working for Bolas, and he's not going to like that.
Next one up we have is Tamio. There's scrolls flying all around her, being open or whatever. I think that's cool. She has her little sandals on, sock sandals.
Yep.
Definitely Team Gatewatch.
Definitely Team Gatewatch.
One after that is Karn.
This is a great art, great piece too.
Yep, Karn is just staying there, doing Karn stuff.
Well, Karn specifically looks like has knocked some rubble away and is in front of a group of citizens, which looks like in the background he's protecting them.
Yes.
So pretty standard Karn stuff.
Yep, definitely. Also Team Gatewatch.
Team Gatewatch, yeah.
Then we have Jaya. Jaya looks weird because her face looks like out of place to me, but it looks photoshopped. But Jaya just has fire everywhere. Definitely Team Gatewatch as well.
Yep.
After that, we have Tybalt, and Tybalt is looks cool. Looks like he has some Jite, or whatever you call it, a size. He has size.
Looks like size, yeah. Tybalt is
dagger.
Looks like he is just having a blast with a bunch of devils and imps, probably in some Rakdos related
Team
territory.
Rakdos, yeah.
Yeah, Team Rakdos, not Team Bolas, but I imagine that Tybalt will probably accidentally align with Bolas, not because he's aligning with Bolas, but because he's essentially, I think he's going to be furthering Bolas's plan on accident.
I think it's going to be Team Rakdos. All right, next one is one
I mean, that's probably just right.
The next one is someone we don't really know. This, to me, looks like Raiden's daughter. It has Raiden's hat from Mortal Kombat, then it has like a whip type thing, weapon. I'm sure there's a name for it, but I have no idea what she will be. Maybe white? Maybe what color she'll be?
Who knows?
It's so vague.
Yeah, very vague.
If I had to guess, I'd say white something.
Definitely looks like a new character, though.
Yeah, maybe white, green, maybe just white. But yeah, I agree. New character. Don't have a name for her. We're calling her Raiden's daughter.
Okay. I was going to call her Laden, like Lady Raiden. Anyway.
Yeah.
Next up is Kiora, who is standing on the head of what looks like, has to be some sort of sea creature, maybe a kraken.
Yep.
Still, and a lot of people have said it looks like she's holding a bola sphere. No, she's holding the Bidon of Thassa, who she stole from Thassa. So keep that in mind. She's definitely not going to be aligned with Bolas.
Anybody, man. She is so. I hate Kiora as a planeswalker.
She's not a great person.
As a character, she's very selfish, and she's all
sweet. I actually do like her character a lot, but she's not a great person.
I don't like her character. Sure, her character's developed. She's someone I love to hate.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's a great character, though.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. She's super selfish. She's like all in for herself, and I dislike her more because she's blue-green, and she's basically doesn't show.
I mean, she represents pretty much how all blue-green players in Magic are.
Shut up.
Emotionally, I think.
I'm going to shun you.
That's exactly what Kiora would do. So that makes sense.
Okay. Anyways, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Team Solo.
Kiora, I have to imagine, just wants to not be a part of this.
Yeah. Next one is Soren.
Ooh, baby.
Soren looks free.
Last we saw Soren trapped in a rock on Innistrad, not trapped anymore.
Yeah, he's a lot of blood flowing around. A lot
of
black,
real
a lot of black and red.
Yeah, he looks positively furious.
Yes.
Soren is team not Nahiri.
Not Nahiri.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I imagine
Ugin Ugin's gonna kind of calm him down and convince him to because he respects Ugin.
I don't think so. I don't think he just cares. I think he's full. I think he's done with caring.
I guess it depends how long he was stuck in the stone.
Yeah.
So
I think
you think he's mono black again, not black white?
Oh, no way black white. Black red maybe.
Yeah.
For sure not black
mono
white.
Black. Or just mono black. Yeah.
Yeah, or just mono black. I think Soren is going to try to hunt Nahiri. Just straight up. I don't think Soren cares about anything else.
Huh. Interesting. Okay.
Teferi. We know Teferi, the first official actual member of the Gatewatch.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Spending some time things. Probably asking you to hurry up.
Definitely Gatewatch. You know what? I've seen Teferi enough. I'm moving on.
Yeah, fair enough.
Next one is probably my favorite character. It's Aintrazi. He looks pissed as anything.
Does not want to be there.
No, yep. He was stripped again from his home to a plane where the mortal sun is, and I can't. He has to be like livid. He has to be so upset that like I can't imagine. Poor Aintrazi. I feel bad. I feel bad for him.
I feel bad for him and anyone that's going to get in his way. He is not going to care.
Oh no, he's done. He's done.
All who he is fighting. He just wants to get
out, go home
of Ravnica. Yeah.
Yeah, he wants to see his daughters. Next one is Dovin.
Yep.
Dovin Team Bolas, I think.
Indeed.
We'll move on. He's just like floating in the air. Has a bunch of thopters. Blah blah blah. Next one's Johnny. He's roaring.
Yeah.
And looks like there's like a stampede in the background. There's like a little squirrel on the floor.
Looks like leading this like a Celestian army.
Yeah, leading the stampede. Some army.
Yeah, and obviously, I think Johnny's pretty much the captain of Team Gatewatch.
Yeah, in the background, I guess. Sure.
No, I'm saying I think he's the captain of Team Gatewatch.
All right, next one. Oh, sure. Next one is this lady is who I think is in the Bolas art that has a tail wrapped around her.
You think this is Arlen Cord?
This one looks more like the one in the art than Leon does.
I don't think the one in the pictures Arlen. Either way, like Arlen is too minor of a character to, I don't know, be shoved into the limelight. I don't know.
Maybe.
Well, interesting. I don't know. I mean, it looks. There's not going to be any double face cards in the set, so I think Arlen is just going to be human form for this battle. Yeah, Arlen will for sure be Team Gatewatch.
Yep. Then we have Obnixilis. If anything, he'll be Team Bolas.
No, he'll 100% be Team Bolas.
Yeah, he's on a.
He will be volunteering to be Team Bolas because he is like
because he hates the
Gatewatch. Yeah.
Yeah, he's just doing his thing on a spire with wings, flying, kind of not flying, but doing the Obnixilis thing.
Yeah.
All right, next one.
Jiang Maolu. It's the young kid from the Global Series Planeswalker set.
Yep. I want to say Team Gatewatch.
Yeah.
This dog in the background has to be Team Gatewatch. You can't have a dog and not be Team Gatewatch.
Yeah, you can't have a doggo, and obviously.
Next is I'm gonna shove these three together. There's Huatley, Sarkhan, and Saheeli.
Yeah.
Team Gatewatch. All doing their own thing.
Yeah, for sure. Team Gatewatch. Sarkhan will be interesting, just because a lot of history with a lot of these other characters, including Bolas and a couple of the other ones. Yeah, I mean, Saheeli and Huatley have been Gatewatched aligned to a degree, so I'm sure they'll be on the good guy side.
Then we have Narset, Gatewatch. Looks like she's like kind of doing something, bending space or something. Now here he looks angry as F2.
Yeah.
I love Harry. Summoning her lithomancy.
Yep.
Next one is Ugin.
All right. Actually, Ugin, not Nicol Bolas this time.
Yes, Ugin is holding what appears to be a spark or some sort of spark lotus or something in between his hands that's glowing. In the background, you see the Bolas horns on the ground.
No, those are the Ugin horns, not the Bolas horns.
Are they?
Yeah, look at his head.
Huh, interesting. I guess I guess they are twins, so they look similar.
Yeah, those are Ugin's horns on the ground in the art.
Okay. Ugin is Team Ugin, but secretly
Team Gatewatch asterisk.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll for sure start out Team Gatewatch.
Yeah. Well, he'll finish Team Gatewatch, but then anyways, he's got some other things planned.
Yeah.
After Ugin, we have Daryl Kane.
Davriel?
Davriel Kane, not Daryl. Davriel Kane, yes.
Daryl.
Yeah, Davriel Kane. He's one of. He looks like Darth Vader. He's casting like his spell that steals abilities from other casters and gives them to himself for a little while. It gets weaker the more he uses it, then it goes away completely. He's team he's black aligned, but he's definitely Team Gatewatch. He won't like it, but he'll be Team Gatewatch. He's like I don't know, Daredevil type deal. He's
vigilante.
Yeah, in a way.
Okay.
He's black aligned, but he's still a good guy. Yep. So then next up, Vraska. Vraska, you know, she's
Team Bolas for now.
Yeah, but her mind is she has amnesia. After that is Kaya. She's like blinking through some walls. I have no idea why Kaya is Team Bolas, but she is.
I don't think it's going to be for long. I think that was for personal reasons. I don't think she cares for Bolas. So
I think maybe she was just hired for Bolas to kill the Ghost Council, and that's it.
Yeah, I think Kaya, once something is on the line that's meaningful, that's not a job, I think she's just Team Gatewatch. Because Kaya's a good character. Like morally, she's just very, you know, a job is a job, but she's also made it clear that she's not going to kill good people or ghosts, I guess.
Right. Next up, we have Jace. Jace doing Jace things.
Yep. Jace doing Jace things. Cool art for Jace, though.
Yeah, walking down the sidewalk with blue stuff glowing. Then Gideon's art it's like a lot of colors.
Yeah.
He's just standing there. It's a lot of colors, but it doesn't look like it's rich. It's like, it still has the, I don't say poor, but tattered feel almost.
Yeah.
It's like it's a lot of colors. Like it's kind of vibrant, but vibrant.
There's a lot going on in Gideon's art, like just visually. Yeah.
Yeah. It just looks. It's probably it's my favorite art in the set. I think.
Gideon.
Just. Yep. Okay. I didn't like Gideon, but the art itself is just like, it's hard to explain it. It's basically like taking like a bunch of fabric that you just have laying around, and then making like a coat out of it. It's not pretty, but it is pretty. It's like not, and it is because it's like it is like raggedy, but it's all
it's pretty, but it's not attractive.
Exactly. Yeah. Whatever. Yeah. Which just reminds me of a lot.
Next up, we have Liliana, which obviously we know that Liliana does not want to be Team Bolas, but is Team Bolas, for better or worse.
Yep.
You can see her leading the Eternal Army behind her.
Yep. Her face looks. I'm Team Bolas, but I don't want to be.
Yeah. I love that. This is one of my favorite arts in the set. But I mean, I love Liliana. Next up, we have Nissa, who this is obviously going to be Team Gatewatch, having previously been a member of the Gatewatch. But I think this is going to be more of a Nissa feels as a responsibility, but not something she's interested in doing.
Yeah.
So she's going to get in. I'm going to help you, but I don't want to join the Gatewatch again.
Yeah.
Then we have Chandra, who there's a lot of Thopters in her art, just like there were in Dovins, but obviously they're not on the same side. So we know Chandra's Team Gatewatch. And then the final art, we have Vivian Reed. We know that Vivian Reed is very anti-Bolas. So I think based on that, Vivian's not going to join the Gatewatch, but will absolutely fight alongside the Gatewatch.
Yeah.
So 36. It's a lot of Planeswalkers. So many, you got to put them in a book instead of a bunch of stories.
It is a lot of Planeswalkers. The two big ones that are missing for sure are Garrick and Tezzeret.
Well, we know where one of those is.
Yeah, we can talk about it more.
Yeah.
Next set.
Yeah, we'll talk about it. So we're gonna have part 3 of our guesses for War of the Spark lore wise next week. This was part 2, but we still have a lot to talk about. Ollie, any parting thoughts before we move on to the last segment?
Nope, that's it for me for here.
All right. In that case, we're gonna jump out for a moment. When we return, we're gonna discuss the record-breaking Marvel film Captain Marvel. Be back in just a moment.
Is it pronounced Marvel or Marvel?
The movie is pronounced Captain Marvel.
Oh, excuse me. I apologize.
But here we are. And that brings you up to a fair question. First of all, no spoilers for this.
Yep.
I'm sure a lot of you have seen Captain Marvel, rightfully so. But no spoilers for a bit. All right. Ollie, you want to jump in or do you want me to jump in?
You can jump in.
Okay. So I went to go see this movie with Meredith. And something that I realized as I was watching it and afterwards as I was thinking about it is the Marvel Cinematic Universe has raised the bar so high that it's difficult for me to objectively look at any movie and feel like it wasn't a great movie because I expect every movie to be a great movie.
Yeah, that's true.
And in spite of that, I think Captain Marvel is a great movie. Is it the best movie in the Marvel Cinematic Universe? No, I don't think it is. Is it in the top 5? Also no. But there's a lot of really great, legitimately great movies in this franchise. Yeah. This is the 21st MCU movie. The 21st, dude. That's a crazy number.
Oh, I know. I actually, speaking of the movie, I don't know. I enjoyed it. I don't want my time back. I enjoyed it, but it wasn't. I didn't feel like anything was filled, or if that makes any sense. Like, I went in the movie expecting something like to learn more, and I felt I left empty, I guess. Or felt like okay, if this is anything, my favorite character was the cat.
I mean, I think that's a lot of people's favorite character.
Yeah, but like that's it. Like, and I didn't care much for Captain Marvel. I didn't care much for many of the characters really. I guess rooted me, but not rooted me, but I just didn't. I didn't really relate to any of the characters in this movie.
So why do you have a specifics of why you didn't relate? It is a fair point. It's a fair point. I'm not trying to like argue with you, but I just want to poke.
No, I don't know why. I kind of felt bad for. Not felt bad. I should say felt bad. Huh. I liked one group of people.
Yep.
But I didn't really connect with anything. And then they obviously like, and this is probably because on the horizon we have Marvel Endgame, and it's like
Avengers Endgame, but yeah.
Yeah, sorry, sure. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's like, it's basically like having like this cheesecake from Cheesecake Factory, and then someone gives you like a regular piece of chocolate from the candy store that's just normal chocolate, and he's like, here, like eat this before you eat the cheesecake. And it's like, okay, I'll eat this chocolate. It's fine. It tastes fine. It tastes like chocolate, but I'm still waiting for that delicious cheesecake from the Cheesecake Factory that has like all this delicious stuff in it that I want. You know what I'm saying? It's like
I do know exactly what you're saying.
Okay.
But some people like chocolate more than others.
I agree. I do not. I wanted that cheesecake. I'm still waiting for that cheesecake.
Yeah.
So my favorite rating for this is still like I'm gonna give it a 3.
Okay. I know you were struggling between a 3 and a 4, and you're just like, you feel like you're responsible to give it a 4.
4. Yeah, but I'm gonna go with how I enjoyed it. I'm gonna go with 3.
I think that's fine. So I really struggled. I think I liked this movie more than Ali because I did really like the characters. This movie stars Brie Larson as Captain Marvel / Carol Danvers and Sam Jackson as Nick Fury. I really enjoyed that you finally got to see a movie where Sam Jackson was the second most important character right after Carol Danvers, which was great. I think this is I'm surprised. Like, I would be surprised if anyone came out of this movie, and even you, like, if you don't have like, I don't know how you don't come out of this movie and not have like a huge crush on Brie Larson, like a person, whatever gender you are, because I think she's fantastic.
I did not.
All right, count one in that column then.
I mean, she's attractive, and I actually like women with short hair too. Very, very, very attracted to women with shorter hair, but
I don't just mean from a physical level. I just mean like all around.
Yeah, her personality was great because she was like humorous. She was so kind, tough. And yeah, exactly. As a humorous, kind, but she's also a strong person, strong woman.
I think that this movie reminds me a lot of Black Panther in a lot of ways, because I think the cultural impact of this movie is above a 5.
Okay.
Because this is like one of the first, like, I understand that we had Wonder Woman a few years ago, but I think this is the first relatable female hero that is on this stage. And as I went over the weekend and saw on social media, like, and at the theater, like, all of these like little girls wearing Captain Marvel stuff and finally feeling like they had representation. Yep. And they're like, this is who I can be. Like, this is who I want to be. Because gender is something that is more defining than race. And I'm not trying to downplay Black Panther on that. But just factually, look, there's there's more women in the world than any other subsection of people, race or gender. Right? Sure.
Yeah. I mean, sure. I personally enjoyed Black Panther more as far as movie wise, but that's not what you're arguing.
And you're right. And you know what? I did too. I liked Black Panther more, but that's also not what we're comparing. And what I was trying to go to try to identify is where do I feel about this movie that, like, compared to other movies, because this was, I really did enjoy this. And I think a lot of these scenes are good. And I think that what this movie is showing from a cultural perspective is incredibly important. But with movies like that exist, sometimes it's more important the movie exists and is in the cultural conscience than it is that the movie needs to be good.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to separate those two things, because for this movie to exist and the impact that it has on young women and girls, you don't have to go. Someone doesn't have to go. If they're listening to this right now, you don't have to go and see this movie for that impact to exist. I think it helps because the more that you talk about that is a positive thing, but ultimately, at the end of the day, we're still talking about a gigantic movie studio that's making billions of dollars off of this movie, ultimately. So I'm not going to, if it doesn't do well, I'm not going to lose a lot of sleep that they just made millions instead. So, long-winded way. I was struck between giving this a 4 and a 5 because I did really like the movie.
Okay.
And ultimately, it came down to where do I rank this versus other movies that over the last year and some that we've on this podcast I've rated a 5. So movies last year: Annihilation, Black Panther, A Quiet Place, Bad Times at the El Royale, and Into the Spider-Verse were movies I all rated 5. And I think I liked all of those movies better than this one. But I think I liked this movie better than I liked all the movies I rated a 4, including Avengers Infinity War last year. I think I like this movie better, ultimately. So I am going to rate this a 5 because it came down to rewatchability, and I do think that I would want to watch this again because it was fun. To me, it was engaging, and I think there's a lot of stuff for an MCU fan like myself that you can pick up on multiple watches. So that's my long-winded explanation of a 5.
So average 4.
Yeah. And I think if you polled a lot of people, I think that's what you're going to get.
Yeah. Fair enough.
I think that's fair. Yeah. You were like, honestly, I think it's pretty telling that we don't do half points, but you're really close to a 4 from a 3, and I'm really close to a 4 from a 5.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, average 4, like you said.
Yeah.
All right. You want to move into spoilers?
Yeah.
All right.
Dun, da, da.
Spoiler warning. Spoiler warning.
All right, we're there.
Okay. All right.
I mean, I don't even know what to say about the spoilers. So it was like I felt for Creed a little bit after learning what happened.
For sure.
That was nice. That was nice. But I don't know. Like, she felt so powerful to me. It felt like watching Superman, and I the whole time I was watching her go off, comboing off on her opponents, and getting all this,
comboing off. That's true.
Getting all the storm count, and casting Tendrils and Agony on everybody. I was like, please, for the love of God, do not let her be as strong as Superman in the end game, and basically have her just solo Thanos. Like,
I don't think that's gonna happen.
Right. I would just that was what was scary back in my head. Like, please don't let her be like the one that, and not because it's just because not because it's a her. It's more so because like I'm just saying. I hate Superman for that reason too.
Oh, Superman is like my least favorite comic book character.
Yeah. Like, if you watched stupid Justice League, that was terrible. Like, they all fight.
They were no other characters need to exist except for Superman.
They all fight the bad guy for like forever. He beat them all. Superman comes in and literally solos him. Solos him, and it's like, are you kidding me?
You're doing a raid with people. It's a level 50 boss. You're all like level 30s, and you're like, I think if we have enough of us, we can fight him. And it's like, we're struggling. Then the level 80 character comes in, and it's like,
I got you. Yeah,
got him. Don't worry about it. Here, you can have this gold. I don't need it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yes.
Is that a good analogy? I've never played any game where that makes sense.
That's exactly what it was like.
So good. So I don't think that's going to be the case because, like, one, she's not impervious. That's something important. She's powerful, but it takes effort. It's not like an effortless thing. She's still now at this point. She's been hanging around the universe a lot and honing her powers. So I think that will probably have an effect. Like, she's clearly going to be the most powerful ally that the Avengers have in fighting Thanos in Endgame. Mm-hmm. Obviously, Ollie, I assume you stayed around for the mid-credit scene.
The mid? Both of them. I saw both credits after the movie. Or both
okay, yes. Yeah, one of them was like during the credits, then one of them was afterwards.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So,
and that was when they called her and she like appeared. And she's like, where's Fury?
Yeah.
I don't know how she had noticed half the freaking universe being dissolved by Thanos.
I think she went. I think she probably did. Okay. I mean, because it happened at pretty much at the same time. Like, she can't teleport. She had to travel back. So, and I think because she had the beeper, so she knew, because it happened at the same time. Like, I'm sure people around her were disintegrating when the beeper was going off.
Right.
So she knew that the stuff was going down on Earth. So she had to travel back to Earth. I think it just took a little while. Because again, she's traveling across the universe, but she can't teleport.
Right.
So she's in her ship or flying on her own. So
yeah, she probably just flew on her own.
Yeah. So it's going to take some time.
Yep.
But I loved Ben Mendelsohn, who was the primary Skrull guy. I think it was fantastic comic relief. I also felt for the Skrulls, which is great because they're generally just straight up the bad guys. Like in the comic books, they're never the good guys ever. They're never positioned that way.
Dude, I swear, I thought when they were saving the family and he was like in the spaceship and the door was slowly closing and he moved in front of the door, I'm like, oh my God, don't do it. And then he got shot. I was like, oh my God, okay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? That one scene?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and there was like, at any moment, you felt like he could turn. That he was just smooth talker, just trying to trick everyone. They're shapeshifters, so they're kind of, naturally.
After he explained himself, I didn't feel that way, though. Honestly.
Yeah, no, I didn't either. But you still had that tinge of doubt, though, right?
No,
you just said you did. Because you just said you were like, no, don't do it. I mean,
no, I said don't do it because he got shot. I was like, don't stand in front of the door. Like, please don't make it that obvious.
Oh, okay.
And that's what I meant. Yeah. No. I trusted him.
Okay.
Mostly because of how many jokes he kept cracking afterwards, and then was like, okay,
yeah,
maybe. So if you want to convince me you're a good person, just keep cracking jokes, make me laugh, and I'll just believe you.
Okay. Like letting your secrets out on the podcast.
I know,
This is this is in the spoiler territory, so maybe people aren't listening.
Yeah, maybe
not. Just kidding. We know you guys listen to the whole thing, whether you've seen it or not. Anyway, yeah, Goose, the cat, or whatever it was great. Definitely didn't see that coming.
No, I did not. Apparently, Goose is a character that does that. I did not know that, though.
Yeah. It was great because I definitely thought that the Skrulls just misidentified it as the cat and they thought it was something else, just like on their home planet.
Yeah. No, they did not. They knew.
No, they did not.
The Furkin. Watch out for the Furkin. They were not messing around.
Yeah. That was pretty great. We saw how Fury lost his eye by getting scratched because Goose scratches him and he's like, "Oh, it's just a cat scratch." And then the guy's in the background. He's like, "Oh no."
Yeah.
So that was great.
And he still loves the cat. He still loves the cat.
So speaking of the, this is the first time we've seen a human not just get blown away by like an Infinity Stone. Because Captain Marvel got her powers essentially by shooting the Tesseract, which is holding the Infinity Stone, and then it, a big blast of power hits her and essentially transfers some of its power to her.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't kill her. Now, do we know that it wasn't going to kill her unless the Kree picked her up and put some Kree blood in her?
No.
Don't know. We don't know. I think there's probably a chance that it would. But it's interesting that it didn't happen because most of the other characters we've seen interact with the Infinity Stones have just been toast, unless they've been non-human.
Yes.
So.
Yeah. Some way, God form or just a lot of power.
Yeah, exactly. I think it set up a lot of things. Like the thing I really liked about this movie is, other than I think Carol Danvers is a great character because she's so tough, and there's so many moments where she goes through and she gets hit with lines that women hear all the time about how they're not good enough, how a man is better for a job, and they should be fragile. And there was even a moment where someone was like, "You should like smile for me, honey," and she's just like, "I could just kill you right now."
Yeah.
And I don't know. It's my legitimate favorite part about this movie, and I guess I could have said this in non-spoilers, but my favorite part about this movie is there was not ever a moment where there was any sort of potential for even like a romantic connection between any characters.
The two females at the end are her and her co best friend.
I don't think so.
What?
I don't think that was like a romantic connection.
It could have been.
Okay, sure. Let me rephrase that. In Wonder Woman, they had this whole thing where Chris Pine shows up, and ultimately, even though Wonder Woman's entire character would not have her fall for a man, that becomes a plot point. At no point is it a plot point in this movie. It was never forced. There was never anything between her and Nick Fury, her and any other character. The subject wasn't even broached. And a lot of movies would show her as a tough woman by saying, "Oh, here's a male character that's interested in this woman, and she's going to reject his advances because she's not focused on being in any sort of romantic relationship right now." That didn't even happen. Like, that didn't even come up. And I think that's really important for this character because it's like, this movie wasn't about that at all. This movie was about self-identification and being who you are, and that being good enough, because that's something that Carol Danvers over the course of the entire movie struggled with. And that montage when she's shown all through her life when she was a little kid to a grown adult, getting hit and knocked down and knocked over and getting back up, that was a great montage. It's fantastic.
Yeah, it was good.
And that's what this movie was about. And it didn't have anything to do with any sort of relationship that two characters were put into on purpose or by accident or anything. And I think that's great. I think that's something that is pretty rare in like singular and like female-led movies in Hollywood. Not to the fault of the people playing those characters, but that's just traditionally how they're written. So hats off to Marvel for doing that.
Thank you, Marvel, or Marvel. Oh, that, by the way, real quick, I did think that was kind of interesting how she said,
"Yep,
yeah, it's Marvel, not Marvel." But for like Marvel, it's Marvel.
So you for comic book readers, that is essentially how Captain Marvel is a title, is a character title, not like the name of a singular character that essentially has been passed down from character to character. And it started out with essentially like a Earth human named Captain Marvel having those abilities. So I think it's fine because they did kind of have that where her flight instructor ended up being the Kree warrior Marvel. So they did make that connection, but like they were able to get through all the backstory in the comics. I think they shortcutted it a lot, but I think it worked. I think it worked fine. I didn't have any issue with it.
Okay. Anything else, Parnell, on Captain Marvel?
No. I think this movie's great. I think it is a worthy addition to the MCU. I'm glad it exists. It made me more excited for Avengers Endgame because I'm glad we're going to see this character. Oh, yeah. Here's my last thing. I love that this was set in the 90s and that we can legitimately see a couple more movies out of this character because of the timeline where it doesn't affect anything happening in the larger universe. And I think they can make those movies interesting, where you have this big chunk of time where you can tell these stories that are more cosmic in nature rather than earthbound in nature. And it'll still make sense in the context of the MCU and still make sense for the context of the character. So thumbs up for that.
Yeah. So the answer to that was yes. Anything else, Parnell?
Nope, that's it.
Okay. Is that you sure this time?
No, I'm just kidding. That was it. That was it for real.
Okay. All right.
Next week.
Well, go ahead.
Next week, we're watching the movie Us. You can see it in theaters. Join in the conversation by checking that out next week. But no, that's it. That's all. You can take us out. Take us home.
All right.
Take us home.
Take us home. All right. Don't go anywhere. Next up, we're going to have your favorite part. Question of the week.
Ollie, you know what it's time for?
Question of the week.
That is exactly what it's time for. So, Ollie, we know that there are 4 Planeswalkers in War of the Spark.
We do.
That have never had a Magic the Gathering card before.
Yep.
Not a one. Nary a one. Let's list them. Teo Verada, new character for this story. We know going to be one of the focal points of the book.
Shield Mage.
The Shield Mage. Davril Kane, the Innistrad. How would you describe him?
Rogue.
What does he do?
He steals. He steals other people's powers and use them and they can use them for a little bit. So I describe him as like a rogue, like X-Men type deal.
Okay, got it. Then we have the character you were describing as
Emma Frost.
Yep.
Okay.
We have no idea what she does, but she looks like maybe some ice related powers, has some white and blue robes and a hood, and she has this cool looking staff. And then we have a second mystery character.
Raiden's daughter.
I'm calling Lady Raiden. Ollie's calling Raiden's daughter. She has a
Raiden
kind
hat.
of a Raiden straw-like hat, some sort of sword and or whip-like weapon.
She looks like from Kamigawa, but she's not from Kamigawa.
Yeah, we hope not. No one wants that.
I mean, that's not true.
But yeah, so not exactly sure what her deal is, but she looks like an interesting character for sure. So,
yep.
Four characters, no cards. The question of the week is simple. Which of these 4 characters are you most looking forward to seeing their first Planeswalker card?
For me, it's going to be Volcane, because I'm curious how they're going to showcase the ability to steal Planeswalker abilities.
Yeah.
Maybe he, like, copies an ability, or maybe he, like, copies an ability, and that ability can't be used next turn by the opponent. Like let's say you have Teferi out, and I steal your +1. Next turn, you can't +1. It'd be kind of interesting. It'd make him bad. It'd make him bad by himself, but if you have other Planeswalkers out, or going against other Planeswalkers, it'd make him pretty powerful.
Yeah, and in a set with 36 Planeswalkers, maybe that's exactly what it's going to look like.
That'd be sweet. That'd be sweet.
The one I want to see the least is Teo Verada, because I just don't care about the shields.
Me either. This Teo Verada's taking Gideon's place, like Justin said. Gideon's going to die, and the new shield person is going to be Teo Verada. Yeah,
that's just that's a low hanging fruit guess. So just like I'm not a big fan of Gideon, I'm not going to be a big fan of this one preemptively.
Yeah.
Thing changing my mind, but so far I'm going to pick Emma Frost. The Emma Frost character.
All right.
I like her look. She's got some sweet boots. She's blue and white. We don't know if the character is blue and white, but physically has some blue magic and has a sweet cane and white eyeballs. So she looks pretty awesome. Ollie's kind of sold me on that it's going to be a blue Planeswalker. I'm for that. I want to see different space for blue Planeswalkers.
Yeah, I think she's gonna be like a Frost Titan type person, or Tamio, like tap, freeze. Looks like way. I could be wrong, but we'll see.
Could be, yeah. But either way, that's the one I'm most excited to see. I think she just has of these. I like her look the most. Okay. I like the flowy. Right. I like the flowy robes, and the cane looks pretty great.
Okay.
All right, so I'm gonna go with Emma Frost. Ollie's going with
Davril
Kane. All right, you guys let us know on Twitter specifically. Where can people find you on Twitter?
Twitter.com/AliEldrazi. You can find me on Twitch also as twitch.tv/AliEldrazi, and CoolStuffInc.com. I put up a video for Cool Stuff Inc. every Wednesday and Friday.
Excellent. You can find me on Twitter at jparnell1, and of course you can find me on StarCityGames.com and twitch.tv/SCGTour every Wednesday. I am the host of the Commander Versus series. You should check that out. And of course, most of you know, if you've listened to this podcast, that I've begun streaming every Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time at twitch.tv/jparnell. We're doing a little MTG Arena action. We're 1 week in, still working out some kinks, but it was a good first show. So we're going to keep it going. You should definitely check out the channel. All right. If you want to contact the show, ThinktwiceMTG on Twitter or ThinktwiceMTG@gmail.com. And of course, leave us a review, a share, a like, SoundCloud, iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play Music, Spotify, and now Podbean. And then, of course, you can go to youtube.com/ThinktwiceMTG to catch this podcast, Ollie stream highlights, and now my stream highlights, which is kind of intersecting with Journey of Discovery. We're not really getting rid of that. We're just streaming it now. If you want to support the show, patreon.com/ThinkTwiceMTG. We have a lot of great rewards tiers. We're going to be updating some of those soon, not in a bad way, more just like visually. We realized we didn't have pictures of our super sweet tokens and playmat, so that's going to be corrected soon. And we might be, like I said, we might be revising some tiers, but it'll all be good stuff. So that could happen soon. No promises, but I'm saying it out loud so we can make sure that we continue to do that. All right. New patrons, Tony R., Rebecca P. Tony and Rebecca, thank you very much for your support. Welcome to the Think Twice family. And Ollie, we do have an animal picture of the week.
We do. It's Lexi the Pomeranian. Justin said it was 10-to-1 bed to dog ratio.
Yeah, for sure.
Adorable. Great picture.
Lexi on what is probably a regular sized bed, but it looks massive compared to her little fluffy little palm face.
Yep.
Adorable. We don't know how you do it,
but you do it.
But you do it
all the time.
Just every time.
Yeah.
If you are leaving an animal picture of the week, make sure to say the name of the animal, because otherwise we're describing a normal cat and a dog, and it's difficult for us to do that. I can describe Lexi because I know Lexi's name, and that gives me a little story on the dog, and I want to be able to do that. So just let me do it. So that fair?
Yeah, that's fair.
That's fair. Let me do it. Okay. That's it. That's the show for this week. We want to give a special thanks to our Agent of Bolas producers, Daniel Hunt and Matt Lindell, and of course our director and producer, John Che. We could not do it without at least two of you.
Thank you very much. Thank you for the true MVPs. And you guys can figure out. You tell us which one we can do without.
Yeah. It's two of those three.
Yep. Also, make sure everyone to watch Us. That's the one. That's the movie we're watching. That's the movie we're talking about for next week. And yeah, I think that's it, Justin. Anything
Awesome.
else?
No, just that I love you and I love Maggie, who I'm going to go snuggle with now.
I love Maggie too. All right, everyone. Thanks for listening, and we'll catch you later. Bye.
Bye, guys.